This is the Fiskars X27 Splitting axe. How I came to owning this thing is my buddy Kevin has a weird way of putting the power of intention into my head. And we went down YouTube watching splitting or looking for a different maul to use because he let me borrow this one years ago, and this sucker's heavy. So we were looking at lighter splitting axes to try to figure out which one would work the best. And we came upon this Fiskars, which was highly rated. So we got excited. He told me to meet him at the tractor supply store. I got to the tractor supply store. He was already at the axes, and when I came around the corner, he had a big smile on his face, holding this bad boy in his hand, and I knew I had to buy it. So this came into just under $85, 84 and some change. I weighed this thing. This thing weighs at just over 5.5 pounds. This thing, which I always thought was a 6-pound splitting maul, is actually stamped 8, and this thing weighs just under 10 pounds. I can swing this thing and I get tired real quick. So we're gonna see how often I can swing this thing or how much I can swing this thing without getting burnt out. So we do have a wood splitter that he lets me borrow, but sometimes you're in this canyon and you find yourself that you can't bring the wood splitter down here. So instead of picking up these big logs or these big rounds that weigh 50, 60 pounds, it's a lot easier to split them into maybe 8 pounds and then throw them in the back of the truck and then just drive out of here. So hopefully the Fiskars one stripe splits holds up to its name. This splitting axe has this undulation here. I don't know if you can see that or not. On both sides here that, I don't know, the design is to hopefully split the log a lot easier as opposed to this bad boy, which is just your regular splitting axe or splitting maul. So we're going to check this design out, see if it does what it says it does. Plenty of videos on YouTube make it look easy, so we're going to try it out. So let's go split some wood. We are going to split these logs because I don't want to really lift them anymore because they're kind of heavy. I don't want to lift them. So we're going to split them into about 8-pounders, and then I can throw them in the back of the truck a lot easier than a 50 or 60-pound log. So we're going to use the Fiskar on that one, and we'll see how it goes. The thing I like about the Fiskars is it's a lot lighter than this bad boy. For the longest time I thought this was a 6-pound maul that I borrowed from my buddy Kevin, but I see a stamp 8, so I did weigh it to see how much it weighs. Okay, good. So we'll leave this one alone for now, and then we'll swing this one. Let's get the dog out of the way. So, one strike split. That's a one strike split. Can I do the same thing with the 8-pound maul? Probably. But it's heavy to swing. So, we'll swing it one more time. And I'm sure I'll have the same result. Well, it did split it. I probably didn't get the club speed or the head speed or whatever they call it, but it did split it. One more strike and it'll go. But the thing with this thing is it's it's heavy to swing, and I'm not as young as I once was. Ugh. Okay. Now, if that was that, I'd have to take a break for about 10 minutes. But that thing's pretty light, so I'll take it. So who's this for? I know there's a lot of strong guys out there, much younger, bigger, stronger, faster, that have no problem swinging this. But I think you get the same production out of this. Plus it's much lighter, and I think you can go a lot longer without getting, burnt out throwing this big 8-pounder around. The other thing I like about this is when I'm splitting kindling, I can give it a whack like this, whereas this, yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's a lot harder to do. This, no problem, I can swing, break up some kindling, and then use my hatchet to finish the rest of it off. So, Fiskars, you did a good job. Not only do you make great scissors, you made a pretty good splitting axe as well. So I'd like to talk to the guys out there who've been married 20, 25, and I'm coming up on 30 years. If you wake up in the morning and your wife's looking at you with the look of disgust and regret, and she's contemplating her life's choices, my advice to you is go in the kitchen, make yourself a cup of coffee, and get out of the house for a couple hours. Perfect time to go split some wood, because ladies like to be warm in the winter. And that being said, much love, peace out. It's never too late to start over.